Hi everyone, this is Glenda Ganzon and welcome to my Nihongo class. And for today's lesson, I'm going to be teaching you the two types of adjective and how are you going to use these types of adjective in constructing a sentence. So let's get started. The adjectives in Nihongo are classified into two types. One is called the pure adjectives or the true adjectives. They are the words that end in letter I. And the na adjectives, and they are not considered as adjectives and they form from nouns. So na adjectives are words that end in na and they are followed by a noun. So these are the examples of two types of adjectives. We have the I adjective or the true adjectives. Example is wakai, which means young, and atsui, which means thick. There are still a lot of words that are considered as true adjectives or adjectives that end in letter I. And the second one is the na adjective, or they are called the verbal adjectives. And they're not considered as adjectives and they form from nouns, or they are the adjectives that end in na or na and they're followed by nouns. Some of the words for na adjectives is shizuka and we add na to make it quiet, and kantan na, which means easy. Take note that some of the adjectives that end in letter I is not a true adjective, but we need to put na after the adjective and to be followed by a noun. One of this is steki or stekina, which means nice, and genkina, which means healthy. And there's still a lot more of words that ends in letter I and to be followed by na and noun, and they are considered as na adjective or a verbal adjective. These are the example of I adjective, and these words here written in red are adjectives or I adjectives, and they are the true adjectives. Example is omoshiroi eiga, which means interesting movie, wakai hito, which means young person, atsui kami, which means thick paper. So all these words written in red are an example of I adjectives. These words here are also some of the examples of na adjectives, and this na adjective should be followed by noun. Example is Iroiro na Tokoro, which means various places. These words which are written in red are the na adjectives. So Iroiro na Tokoro means various places. Another is Taisetsu na Tegami, means important letter. Another is Kinben na Gakuse, means diligent student. This time, I'll be teaching you how we're gonna use these adjectives in constructing a sentence. This is the pattern on how are we gonna use these adjectives in constructing Nihongo sentence or Nihongo sentences. First example will be I am tall. In this sentence, we use tall. So the pattern will be noun or pronoun plus wa plus adjective plus des. So if we translate I am tall in Nihongo, we need to write noun or pronoun in the beginning of the sentence, followed by wa, followed by the adjective segatakai, and followed by des. So I am tall in Nihongo is watashi wa segatakai desu. I'll repeat. I am tall in Nihongo is Watashi wa shigatakai desu. So this word which is written in red is an adjective, shigatakai, which means tall in English. So I'll repeat, I am tall in Nihongo is Watashi wa shigatakai desu. Another example will be, my friend is tall. And again, our pattern will be noun or pronoun. In the beginning of the sentence, we use watashi no, which is my, followed by the noun tomodachi, which means friend, and followed by wa. And after wa is the adjective shigatakai. We may or may not use this at the end of the sentence. So let's not forget the pattern, noun or pronoun followed by noun, followed by wa, and the adjective. So my friend is tall in Nihongo is Watashi no tomodachi wa shigatakai. Let's repeat. My friend is tall in Nihongo is Watashi no tomodachi wa shigatakai. Another example is this a new movie? In this sentence, the word that is written in red is an adjective. So following the pattern, noun or pronoun, plus wa, plus adjective, and plus des. Is this a new movie? First is the pronoun, followed by wa, followed by an adjective, and followed by the noun, which is being described in this sentence, atarashi, and followed by des. In this example, since this is an interrogative sentence, we will be using ka. So, new movie in Nihongo is atarashi ega. So if we try to translate, is this a new movie? In Nihongo, it will be kore wa atarashi ega desu ka? So kore wa is the pronoun followed by new movie, which is atarashi ega, and last is desu ka. So you can see from here, we followed the pattern noun pronoun plus wa plus adjective and des. So, is this a new movie? In Nihongo is kore wa atarashi ega desu ka? Let's move on to the next example. We will be answering, is this a new movie? So the answer will be, this is a new movie. So if we try to translate this, again following the pattern, noun pronoun plus wa and adjective, and the last one is des. So this is a new movie in Nihongo will be kore wa atarashi ega desu. Once again, this is a new movie in Nihongo is kore wa atarashi ega desu. Our next example, in our next example, we will be following noun pronoun plus wa plus adjective. The first in the sentence will be noun pronoun followed by wa and adjective. So in our first example, that red car is old. You can see that adjectives are written in red so that we can easily distinguish them. So in this sentence, we use two adjectives, red and old. This first word here is a pronoun and a noun, car, and an adjective, plus the last word here is old. So if we try to translate this, we need to put red car or akai kuroma in the middle of the sentence. And the last one or the last word that we're going to put in this sentence is the second adjective. So that means ano. Red car is akai kuruma plus wa and our second adjective. So in this example, that red car is old in Nihongo is ano akai kuruma wa furui. Let's repeat. That red car is old. In Nihongo is ano akai kuruma wa furui. Our next example is still following our pattern. Noun, pronoun, plus wa, plus adjective. Our second example here is Glenda's little dog is white. And as you notice, we have two adjectives in this sentence. Again, our first adjective, which is followed by a noun, dog, or little dog, should be put in the middle of the sentence if we translate this in English. And the second adjective will be written in the last part of the sentence. So, in the first part or in the beginning of this sentence, we will be writing the noun first, which is Glenda san no. We use san no here because it indicates possession. No is a particle that indicates possession, which means this little dog belongs to Glenda. So, Glenda san no chisan na ino wa shiroi. In this sentence, we use na adjective. So, if we try to translate Glenda's little dog is white, it will be in Nihongo, Glenda san no chisa na ino wa shiroi. Once again, Glenda's little dog is white. In Nihongo, it will be Glenda san no chisa no ino wa shiroi. Our next pattern will be pronoun adjective plus na plus noun wa plus adjective plus des or imas or arimas. Take note that this example here will be na adjective. So I'll repeat. Our pattern in our next example will be pronoun adjective plus na plus noun plus wa plus adjective plus des or imas or arimas. Our example is, this simple book is old. So if we try to translate this in English, take note that the first is pronoun. So this is kono. Simple book is kantanahon and followed by wa. Take note here that noun should be followed by wa. In this example, our noun here is hon, which is book, and it is followed by wa. Take note that na adjective should be followed by a noun. Hon is a noun, which means book, and our second adjective is old. Furoy means old in English, and the last one is des. So if we try to translate this simple book is old in Nihongo, it will be kono kantan nahon wa furuy des. I'll repeat, this simple book is old. In Nihongo, kono kantan nahon wa furuy des. Let's take another example using pronoun adjective plus na plus noun plus wa plus adjective plus des or imas or arimas. And our example is, my important letter is dirty. Take note that we have two adjectives in this sentence. One is na adjective, which is followed by a noun. So if we follow the pattern, the first to be written is the pronoun. So, my is a pronoun. In Nihongo, it is watashi no. Important letter or important in Nihongo is juyo na. Letter is tegami and dirty is yogorete. So, if we translate my important letter is dirty, it will be Watashi no juyo na tegami wa yogorete imasu. Once again, my important letter is dirty. In Nihongo is Watashi no juyo na tegami wa yogorete imasu. Let's take another example using the na adjective. If you notice, in this example, we have two adjectives again. One is the na adjective and the other one is the I adjective. Following the pattern on how to construct a na adjective in Nihongo sentence, which is pronoun, adjective plus na plus noun plus wa plus adjective plus des or imas or arimas. In our sentence, Miss Glenda's complete name is long. So, Miss Glenda's is not a pronoun, but rather a noun should be followed by a na adjective and a noun and another adjective. So, if we translate this, Miss Glenda's, it will be Glenda-san no. Take note that the no particle indicates possession. Kansen na, which is a na adjective, it means complete, and name is namai. And namai is a noun, that's why it should be followed by a particle wa. And long is nagai. And the last word that should be put in our sentence is des. Miss Glenda's complete name is long. If we translate this in Nihongo, it will be Glenda-san no kanzen na namai wa nagai desu. I'll repeat, Miss Glenda's complete name is long. In Nihongo, it will be Glenda-san no kanzen na namai wa nagai desu. Thank you so much for watching this video and for listening to my lesson. I hope you've learned a lot, and I hope by that this time you already know how to use the two types of adjectives, which is the I adjective or the true adjective and the na adjective, which is considered as the verbal adjective. And once again, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and share this video. Also, if you're still not subscribed to my channel, please do consider subscribing and click the notification bell so that you'll be updated with my new videos. And if you have any question, please write in the comment section down below. And again, thank you so much for watching. Until my next video, bye!